PMA, we back with another shit we done fucking seen. People going crazy.
Stories
wild
on X,
as hell
you know?
on X, bro. Like some of the stuff you be thinking is like I know he think it's cap. But when you find out there's real stories, real people doing this real shit, it's a we gonna start a new PMA edition of Wouldn't Have Been Me. PMA edition.
There we go.
It wouldn't have been me or none of these motherfuckers because it'd have been a cut and dry story. Shit happens, somebody died. Like, it's just,
Pretty
that's
much.
what it is.
Pretty
yo.
much.
But before we get to that, you know what to do. Like,
You know
comment,
what to
subscribe,
do.
if you feel this vibe, hit that notification bell to be in touch. Shut up, Siri. They always listen to my conversations. Anyway,
Tapped in.
enjoy the show.
From the 215 to 302, we kick some facts and talk the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.
You know what we're here to do. We're here to look at nut-ass fucking X shit.
You know?
We're here to look at nut-ass X shit. I feel like it just falls upon us. These fucking shits, bro.
It's a duty, right?
Bro,
It's like a duty, right?
We gotta speak on it. People gotta get judged. Judge, jury, and execution over here. PMA edition. You know what I'm saying? Smack.
You know? You know?
We're gonna get right into it, yo. Go ahead. Start with the first one.
Let's start with the first one because this one, when I bought a home about 10 years ago, it was something I was already well aware of coming into my life as an adult about, the right to bear arms, We're firm believers of the right to bear arms in these parts of the world, and this one hits hard. Tyler Chase Butler, he's facing life. He shot a young man, 18 years old, 3 a.m., playing a prank, kicking on his door. And before I get into it,
It was multiple young
it
boys.
was a group of them, and they was filming. They YouTubers.
But this is my only thing. Real quick before you say it.
Go ahead.
Because of his color and because of their color.
Oh yeah, he's black. They're white.
That's
what
what the chopped cheese is
It's
about.
in Virginia, south of the Mason-Dixon line. But listen,
they gotta stand your ground.
they don't. They don't have the stand your ground law in Virginia, and the castle doctrine is somewhat supported, but somewhat not.
I don't give a fuck about that.
I'm about to say. So I got two problems. One, and y'all been hearing me preach about it, and I'm going to keep preaching about it probably every chance I get, that I'm so sick of social media and the social media world that we live in currently. And this is this is a prime example. You got bulls who they want to get on. They want to get popping. They want to do, you know what I mean? They want to get a bag. This is the new way to get a bag, is I want to get popping. So I got to do the most outlandish shit. Back in our day, back in the early 2000s, you had Bam Margera, right? You had what's the whole Jackass crew doing Jackass dumb shit.
That's what shit like planking and all that shit come from.
They was a small segment, and now it's the whole world trying to replicate and duplicate it.
Especially around COVID times. COVID times, I feel like the stupidity raised
We've seen
to astronomical levels, and it stayed there.
We've seen a countless number of people who are recording, and they're in the store doing pranks that would get you knocked smooth the fuck out, bro. In a normal, like, if you do that prank on me or anybody I know,
you remember one boy that fucking touched the girl, touch your weird ass and shit as a prank,
bro.
That's not a prank,
That's not
bro.
a prank. That is me. I gotta handle you, and then you're gonna explain to yourself later if you can still talk. Now you got these little white balls kicking on doors, playing Ding Dong Dixie and shit at 3 a.m. That's the first. That's the problem number one.
Here's the thing with that. You never know. You don't know what somebody's past is. You don't know what somebody's future or current situation is to be playing a stupid ass prank like that. Right. You don't know. This nigga might be on a run from the law. Right. This boy might be in some mischievous activities. He might have just robbed a drug dealer.
He might be knocking down some bull's whiz, and he know that that bull's a crazy nigga.
So when you do that, there's zero time to have an explanation or tell this person that it is a prank.
Right.
Because in his mind, it's fight or flight.
Right.
In his mind, I got to do them in before they trying to do me in.
Survival of the fittest. We shoot first and ask questions later where I'm from.
That's why I think that if there's a misunderstanding ever at my house of the police, or if they kick in my door thinking I'm somebody else who I'm not, unfortunately for me, I'm going to be dead because I'm not going to say, let me not hold off on this trigger just in case the police, unless they kick it and say police, then I know. But if I hear my door getting kicked in and I wake up, I'm grabbing a toolie and I'm turning the corner and starting the fire.
Rest in peace to Breonna Taylor. You know, you're kicking on the wrong door. You think her man not gonna grab the strap and start blasting? And now she dies on some nut shit. Now this young boy is dead. His friend is banged up in the spittle, laid up, and this boy's in jail because you kicked on his door, a homeowner, bro. You know, in my state, right? The law is the castle doctrine exists that if you are at one of my entry points of my crib and I feel that you are going to do me bodily harm, I got the right I can bop you through the door.
And ask no fucking questions.
No questions. And I'm going to call you. Somebody probably on my front porch. He probably done. I'm not even going to open it because they might be all out there with AKs waiting to spray me. Who knows? I just know they was kicking on my shit at 3 in the morning and it sounded like they had toolies, so I let loose.
And you still got to watch yourself after that because the cop might get there and be like, nah, he killed him anyway. Cuckoo.
And in this case with Tyler Chase Butler, this happened early May. He's still locked up right now, waiting. You know what I mean? He's charged with murder, bro.
Unfortunately, Tyler Chase Butler, I'm pretty sure there's 75% of the mass men will be in the situation as well.
It's tough.
But we see it all the time. But it seemed like when the white dudes, let's say somebody, there was one story where this Indian was lost. He was doing DoorDash. He was lost. There was no signal. He was knocking on doors trying to act, and his phone wasn't charged. And he was knocking on doors, asking people, can he charge his phone?
Right.
And everybody was turning away until he knocked on this one door, and this dude said, "Get the hell out of my property." He was like, "I'm just trying to charge my phone." He said, "Get the hell out of my property." Dude got in the car, and the boy just started firing at his car, hitting, boom,
bruh.
All he was doing is trying to charge his phone. But you never know what people like. Obviously, I think he was racist, but you never know what he might be going through. So, kids out there, don't do no nut shit.
Q's famous line is, you play stupid games,
you win stupid prizes like this next nut. Justin Goodrich, 34-year-old man facing second-degree harassment, endangering the welfare of a child, and criminal mischief charges.
Yo, get my fucking light. Come on, nigger, let's go. Get my license plate. You fucking threw shit at my car, you dumb fucking nigger.
It's okay. You put your hands on my kids. I have it on video. I have dash cam. You grab my kids. I have it on camera. You grab my daughter. You grabbed my daughter. You grabbed my daughter. You put your hands on my daughter.
I don't give a fuck.
That's okay. I got it all on video and I'm pressing charges. You will be going to jail. And I know where you live. Thank you. I followed you all the way here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You touched the wrong nigger. You touched the wrong nigger. You want to call me a nigger? Yeah.
Oh, and got fired from his job immediately.
That was going to happen anyway. At a stoplight. You saw the original video. Take it away.
So the original video, the stoplight cam catches it. I don't know exactly what happened prior, but the Bull Goodrich is already at the stoplight. The chick, she pulls up. What's her name? Adriana Jemison pulls up to the stoplight on his left. An altercation ensues. Now, obviously, it's stoplight cam, so you can't fully see it. He gets out of his vehicle, reaches into her vehicle. Wild stuff happens. He gets back in his joint, drives off. And then the video that we have that we're going to throw up on the screen, it's got this boy where obviously she pulls up to his crib. She recording his tail light, you know what I mean, his plate, and he just going on with the hard R.
That hard R gets you in trouble, boy. Especially, you got to think it from our view, because we ain't going to spend too much time on this nut.
Yeah.
Think about it from our view as black men, black fathers. You get a call from your whiz saying, babe, I'm at this house. This dude is calling me AR after he done choked our child. Say less.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what happened before that.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, bro. She could have been completely in the wrong.
I want to chime in on that.
But that doesn't matter once you put your hands on my kid, bro.
Once you get that call, you have no choice but to now, I'm going to go defend mine.
And he's on his property, so we're gonna be wild.
And we just said it. We shoot first and ask questions later. It's the same thing. I'm throwing hands first, and I'm gonna find out the whole reasoning why afterwards. Now this story is a little bit tricky because she says in the video that y'all gonna see here that she sporadically threw some change at his car. Now I don't know how you could accidentally do that. So with her saying that tells me that some other shit must have been going on. You was like, you pussy. You probably, yeah, I mean, he might have cut you off on the street, whatever. And I say that to say this. People control your energy and your emotions when you're on the road. I see so much road rage shit these days where I want to react a certain way. But I know the chance of me being me, just being like, oh, you bitch ass nigga. You know what I mean?
That's how we used to back in the day.
Could result to this bull being crazy in the wheel next to me, pull out the burner, start dumping on me. Who knows, right? And in this case, I think something similar happened. She throws coins at this bull for who knows what reason. She get to the light, pulls up next to him, and she want to go in. You cut me off, boom, boom, boom. He gets out, fuck you, and reaches in. You touch my kid. Now, unfortunately, I might have been in the wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
I might have been in the wrong for throwing them coins at your window.
She might have. She definitely was in the wrong.
Unfortunately, though, you're dead wrong now. You laid hands on my children. I'm Emmett Tilling you until I can figure out what to do next. But that's how I feel, bro. In the bigger scheme of things, in the world we live in, it's easier.
Hey, real quick, yo, don't clip that.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I'm just saying, I'd rather wire your jaw shut and then we have a discussion 6 months down the line.
Boy, I tell you, boy. You know you don't got no cap.
You know I don't. And when I get the rabbit, it come flying out. You know what I'm saying?
God damn. They shut my face. I said, whoa.
I'm just saying, but that's how I feel. And when I say Emmett Tilling, I'm not talking about the killing part. I'm mainly speaking of the way he looked. His face was completely fucking disfigured. I'm going to disfigure your face. I'm stopping you, smooth the fuck out, and then I'm going to find out why you put hands on my kids.
What happened to him was because of hearsay as well, where it's like, he did this to me. They didn't give a shit about what happened, or if he even did it. They just came and did what they did.
I got a sidebar real quick, and I know we ain't got time, but I want to do it real quick. My neighbor recently said to my son, stop letting the ball hit the car over here. And my son came and told me, and my natural reaction was, damn, what if? Because I know my son, he's not hitting the car with the ball when he's shooting, right? So that's just an older lady just being in her bag. But what if that older lady comes over there and grabs my son by the arm? Stop hitting my car with your ball. And then my son come tell me that? Or better yet, what if it's an older man? Grabs my son by the arm. Stop letting the ball hit my car. And then my son come tell me that. I'm coming to your door, and when you open the door, I'm reaching in. And then I'm here, and then we gonna rap about it after I handle you.
That's the grab. That's
the two hand. Yeah, I'm saying?
Because people don't know. That can hurt by itself. Like, when I grab you like this, I'm taking off skin off your chest, bro. Especially if I'm upset, Saber-tooth. Nigga, what? I'm going to grab, matter of fact, the shirt ripping. So if you're a woman, your brassiere going to be all out in the street.
It's the same thing with all these stories. You know what I mean?
That's why you got to have cameras in front of your crib.
Facts.
Because I would have been the cop. I got the evidence, yo. So, bull got fired, whatever. You touched my kid. That's neither here nor there. Speaking of kids, last story.
Oh man,
he said his son lent the iPad from his teacher, right?
Right. He left his laptop at home.
Son gave him the iPad, whatever. Opened it and found a group of gay men having sex on the tablet.
How old was he?
8.
8 years old.
Now, I firmly believe that you shouldn't have no personal items in the classrooms anyway of yours.
Facts.
And it may not have been this man's intention for the young man to see that. However, now that young man is privy to something that he has no business seeing or knowing about.
Right.
Possibly infecting and inflicting emotional and trauma that can affect him going forward in life. All because you lent him stuff that you didn't fully. And like I said, it's his own personal device.
Right.
We're not going judgment. We ain't gonna judge nobody or demonize nobody for doing what they want to do in their life. Do whatever you want to do in your life.
Right.
But when you're in a classroom full of adolescents who are under 10, you got to be ultra careful about what the hell you do or say when you're around my child.
Yeah, it's a full-time job, bro. It's not like I can do it for 7.5 hours out of the day. You got my kid for 8 hours. 8 hours, you got to be on P's and Q's. You got to be squeaky clean. Whatever you do before you get in there and when after you leave, that's cool. You can be tied up to whips and chains with balls and shit in your mouth. I don't care, bro. Them 8 hours when you got my kid, you have a responsibility. My kids always say, Daddy, you should be a teacher. You'd be a great teacher. I probably would, but the reason I can't, the reason why I wouldn't is because I'm not going to commit myself to that period of time where I got to be squeaky clean. I'm not a squeaky clean person, bro. You just heard what I just said. I just talked about Emmett Till and that nigga, bro. I don't want to accidentally slip out and say some shit like that to some kids that don't need to hear it. It's the same thing here, bro. You handing a personal device to an 8-year-old, it's a violation right then and there.
Yeah, he probably should. I'm helping out because you left your stuff. I'm letting you mine, thinking you doing a good thing, but not realizing that shit like that could happen. Even if you didn't have it open, like if you didn't have it open on there,
right.
He's a kid, 8 years old. He gonna start pushing shit.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, some shit that he got not privy to, you could be a fucking murderer for all you know in your life. Or you could be addicted to child porn and all that shit, and he sees some wild shit like that. Unfortunately for you, teacher, it may not have been your intention to do that, but I gotta beat your ass.
And I take flight with the dad here in this video, that, you know what I mean? Because he looks like he's a solid brother. He looks like he's probably a hardworking brother. It looks like he just got off of work in a long shift, and you here in this damn fucking superintendent meeting begging and pleading on what they should be doing. No, brother, you should be smiling at this superintendent meeting talking about, I heard that teacher who gave this shit to my son, I heard he got tuned the fuck up. Now, what are y'all going to do to make sure the rest of your teachers don't get tuned the fuck up?
Like, excuse me, sir, why are you so aggressive? Like, you personally know about the situation of getting tuned
up. I'm pulling up to the meeting like, yo, I heard Bull guy. I heard he got his legs broken, everything. Yo, don't y'all want to protect y'all teachers?
Hey, yo, what's up with your knuckles? Why your knuckles like that? Don't worry about it, yo.
Like, come on, bro.
At the end of the day, be better, people.
Facts.
That's the main priority of these 3 stories. Be better. You can choose to be better. There's 100 million choices in your lifetime, yo. Please try your best to choose the right one, because I'm pretty sure if you do that consistently, your life is going to be great. And you won't have to end up seeing nobody like us at your doorstep doing this or waving the 4-4. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you know is P and Bay won't hit you no more. We out, bitch.
From the 215 to 302, we kicking some facts and talking the news. We keeping it real while acting a fool. So pardon my arrogance and let me holla at you.